tuning in to the Pressbox. What's going down, man? What's going on? Tuning in. Tune in, Jay. We back at the box, man. One time for your mind. We back in the box, back in the letter. We gon' freestyle because we keep the screw going. They told me no rotating the phone. Here we go with this shit again. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Pressbox. Get that in, man. That's where you're gonna be able to see every episode live. Be able to come in, give feedback, all that.
Thank you for tuning in once again. That's my man right here, CA.
Yeah, that's me.
You know, I go by the name Barleen.
Marlene. What up, G?
What's happening?
My cousin, grown man.
What's happening? Thank y'all for tuning in. I think we finally got the YouTube live stream lit. We cool. I think it's cool.
I definitely need to eat.
Okay. One said he needs to eat. He didn't take his iron pill.
What up, boy?
Iron is a little low.
What up, boy?
So we're gonna cut the heat on.
Cut the heat
We're
on.
gonna get him some wonder days.
I got 3 days already.
Good
I be
Lord.
doing 2 days.
We're
You
gonna
know what I'm
get him
saying?
some vitamins, baby. I need to take some vitamins. Try to take my vitamins today.
Not live right here. What's this right here?
Hold on, what's this?
Because my shit gonna go dead in a minute, and I'm gonna need, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
I'm gonna need backup.
Okay, let's see.
I need backup. That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna have to get with you when I get back around that area. You feel me? I definitely will link up with you.
I'm gonna have to come back to that find that in a minute. What I'm looking for. But yeah, welcome back to the Pressbox, everybody, man.
It's cold in this bitch,
Yeah,
man.
it's a little chilly, man. It's chilly outside though, man. Jack Frost came in, the house came in, man. The weather changed, man. They had to do the weather manipulation. Here we go. I'm gonna hit you already with my theory. They had to make it cold for Christmas.
Man, hold up.
They had to come in and manipulate the weather and do whatever so everybody can have a holly jolly Christmas and shit.
Is the audio going over there?
He said the audio was going. We got the video right here. It looked like somebody tuned in on the YouTube. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to.
But we're gonna figure this thing out. If you tuned in to the YouTube live, thank you for tuning in to the Pressbox. It is December the 28th. December 28th. You know what I'm saying? 2017. We back again. Back in the media block. Shout out to the media block for holding down again with the space over here, man, off of 610, man. Listen here. I'm gonna give you the plug, man. I ain't gonna hold back on what it is because I think you can do. No, this ain't what this about, man. This is the media block. 16, you can find them on Instagram. You can find them the website. If you're trying to come do some podcasts, if you're trying to do any type of photo shoots, if you need some editing, if you want to shoot a video, anything up to that nature, man, go check out the media block, man. They can facilitate your needs, man. And it's a black-owned business, man. That's what we do. This way, the Pressbox, man. We support black business and we put that shit on blast.
Tell them again. Tell them again.
We put that shit on blast, man. Oh yeah, man. Tonight, before we get off into the show, let's get off into the sponsor of tonight's show. And tonight's sponsor again is none other than the niggerchurch.org.
When we don't say amen, we say
Nigger man.
Nigger man.
So again, that's my man Daddy Duvain, and he also goes by Reverend Nigger Daddy on Instagram. And you can find him again at the niggerchurch.org, where you can purchase the Immortality Guide.
Sure, make sure they
This
see
is
it.
the Immortality Guide, a nice piece of self-published literature by the brother Dr. Moutoir. That's who I made the man. And again, I have a history with the brother, man. Like I said, we got a lecture on deck, and you can actually go find that lecture on YouTube as well. And it is under the name Church on the Move. Church on the Move, man.
Now back to what you were saying. You said it's Christmas and who manipulating the weather? What the fuck? What?
Well,
okay.
You know, they got the harp and all all type of shit they can spray, put out into the chemtrails and change the weather.
Ooh, you got deep,
but I'm just saying though, look.
You got deep
on
it. You sprinkle some
game. We just went from like 75 to 31 in 2 days. So
shit got real quick.
Yeah,
it's basically what you're saying. Yeah, the nigga was wearing shorts and shit like that.
Yeah, but before I get off of that topic though, again, I want y'all to check out this immortality guide, and we got something coming up in the near future for the 2018 with my man Reverend Reverend that nigga, man, Reverend nigga Daddy Duvane. He got so many names, but they all mean the same thing. A real nigga, man. But hey, we got something in the 2018 around the February time, man. We're gonna get together, man.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring the Pressbox with the nigga church, and we're gonna have a gathering in Houston, man. We're gonna
link up.
Yeah, we're gonna link up. That's what real niggas gonna do, man.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about, man. And we're gonna show and prove that. We're gonna show and prove it, man. We living this shit. That's your drink of mine.
That's yours, man.
We living this shit that we speaking, man. We talking. So again, y'all go check that out. And I also, before I get deep off into it too, I want to give an honorable mention to my other brother right here, man, who is also an author, also a teacher as well. My brother A.A. Rashid. You know what I'm saying? Who has a couple of pieces of new literature. Well, I ain't gonna say new literature, but he got 3 pieces of new literature. Dog Star Hip Hop, but he does have a new album that he just dropped called Dog Food. So man, if y'all go to that'smyson.com and check out my man A.A. Rashid. A.A. Rashid. My man A.A. Rashid, yes, and the Kabbalah God, man, with the new album, man, entitled Dog Food. And we got a lecture too, man. We're gonna link up and do some more shit in the near future too. But yeah, just wanna put y'all on game, man, on what's really going on and on the hot shit on the shit's on the next wave, man. So
hey, what all we got coming to them today? What we gonna hit them with today, man? Just an overview.
Shit,
some things. What's on your mind, man?
Man, I'm just thankful to be here again, man.
Hey,
let me turn this on. Let me turn the music off. Let me turn this down for a second, please.
So basically, we back again. It done turned into, we done went past the 96 Bulls, you know what I'm saying? We just keep pulling up back to back, winning championships from the press box. Take it how you want to, no pun intended. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on out there. I hope everybody's safe and staying down and staying with your family, man, around these days, cause it's treacherous out there. It's a lot going on. I repeat, a lot going on. So, you know, like I know, you better stick with the ones that you can count on and move like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it was just Christmas and how was everybody? How was your holiday, man? Was everything good your way?
Everything good my way. I can't do no complaining. Ain't gonna give me nowhere. You feel me? So
yeah, man. Well, it was cool. Like I said, I know we was talking about the weather. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? To be with the family and everything. But you know, I really don't celebrate Christmas like that as far as going out and just buying gifts and that nature, you know what I mean? Like I said, I have been off that wave like damn near a decade since I actually participated in Christmas as far as, like I said, going and buying gifts. And I have a 10-year-old daughter that she, ever since she's been here, she hasn't experienced the Christmas from me. And at the age of 10, she doesn't feel a lack of anything. As a matter of fact, when I asked her, you know, what the meaning of Christmas was to her, she would say, you know, it's to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
And I asked her, what if you, because she get gifts anyway from her mother and
her
side, and my mother, they're gonna buy gifts anyway. But I asked her if she didn't get gifts, would she feel that type of way? And she just said no. Of course, she probably would, but she said no.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
And my thing is, you know, with my whole setup I got going is, you know, Christmas is a holiday, you know, been celebrating it, so we did do the gifts things, but I made sure that I made the kids realize that it's just not just one day for gift giving, you know what I mean? Or I'm not obligated to take care of you for this one day that you mind 24/7 around the clock. I take care of you all the time. I'm not gonna go out my way and go broke or try to break no bank to appease anybody or make them feel that I am a certain caliber by a gift. I'm definitely spreading the love. I was with my mom, shout out my mom, man. Shout out my sister and my brother. I was with my family though around them times. We just kicked it, ate good, a Sunday dinner basically around the house.
That's right.
And just kicked it and shot the game, man. We didn't really get into too much giving ourselves there at my mom's house, but like I said, we always do for each other on a regular basis, so it is never to go out our way on a certain day. You know what I mean? That's just how I was raised.
Did you get some gifts though?
I'm trying to think.
Did you
Oh yeah, I got a new vacuum cleaner.
Shit, good. Happy for you and your vacuum cleaner. You know, did you buy some gifts?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, cool,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
better giving is better than receiving. So,
I
shout
gave
out.
out a lot.
Okay, well, cool. You know, but yeah, man, it was good to eat some good food at Mama's house. You know what I'm saying? And get to see the family and all of that.
And other things that was going on just besides, you know, it was a lot of sports kicking off during them holidays. You know, they had them Christmas games, the big Christmas games, and the pre-Christmas games to bring you in, I guess, to make it like tradition. You know how it go. They have them regularly. So I was checking out a couple of them, man, and it was just different things that was catching my eye. That was just like, man, I was like, man, this is really going down in the football league, man. The NFL. It's hard for me to stay away from football because, as y'all can see, every episode I come back with some kind of sports analogy or some kind of sports to dive off into our segments. You know what I mean? I started off with sports and give you a little game of what I seen or my overview of my outlook on it. And there's no other way to put it, man. Look, Patriots be cheap like a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
Them
man.
cats slick, man. Them cats slick, man. You don't even watch too much ball, but you caught it. When you was at my house, I had it on there, and definitely you seen it.
They cheated for the Patriots, man. They cheating for the Patriots, no other way around it. Something, but if you think about it, it's like the typical American shit. The Patriots. What are the motherfucking typical American motherfucker? They have robbed and cheated and stole that motherfucking way to the top, the championship. And that's exactly what the motherfucking Patriots have done. If you recall, they had the fucking deflate gate or whatever they call it, when they deflated the ball. So this team has a reputation for being cheaters. So I mean, it's in real life. It comes as no surprise that these motherfuckers are doing everything they can to hype up the greatest white hype, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? And make him and do everything in their power so that he can get every dub that he can so that they can continue to hype him up as the greatest white hype ever. So man, fuck the Patriots, man, and they got the motherfuckers rigged, they got the motherfuckers paid off. Y'all seen that shit. I seen it.
Pay me some of that money they paying them is all I'm saying. If they gonna be paying out money, I ain't selling my soul. Let's get this straight right now on ice. On the record. But give me a check. You know what I mean? Now, on a real note though, man, it's crazy how they manipulate the game. To say they cheating in cold hard facts is definitely what it is, because the rules of some of them, they bending the rules so much to the fact to where they gaining off the rule bending.
Right now, shout out to my man, right, Reverend, that nigga, man, Reverend Nigga Daddy, man.
Hey.
That's our sponsor right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we in this thing right now. But they definitely motherfucking
Using it to their advantage.
And the crazy part about it is what they also doing too. They telling you that the shit you see with your eyes,
The instant replay shit,
they telling you the shit that you see with your eyes is not what you seen with your eyes. So we'll see this play where the motherfucker catch the ball, his feet down, he in the end zone, it's a touchdown. And what they do, they go back and they get the replay and they see the same shit you see and they say, no, his feet was not down. He did not catch the ball. The pass incomplete. So now they done turned around. You done seen this touchdown with your own eyes. And then they turn around and say, hey, it's not a touchdown. So they just manipulating your motherfucking eyes in real time, they tell you, fuck the Mandela effect where you think it's a pause where shit changing. No, they showing you with the instant replay that we changing shit right here in your face. What you seen. It's what it is.
So take that pause. So take that in real life perspective. Say that I'm able to do anything that I want to and manipulate and be like, nah, you ain't see that. You ain't see that. I'm going to show you what you see.
That's what they're doing.
And you got to go with it. And that's law.
That's what they're doing.
I know a couple of people that wouldn't be in the situations they in. Shout out to a couple of homies that's in the place that they don't want to be. If it was that easy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But right, with the power, that's what it is. Like exactly, this shit is fixed. This shit is fixed and rigged. You know what I'm saying? There's too much money on the line. Somebody got to get that check. Somebody got to get that check, man. Them calls got to get made.
So with the shit being fixed, you got to get the bag.
At the same time, we're talking about that. The shit they was talking about on with LeBron and what's his name, Durant, with those teams, the Cavaliers
and the Warriors.
With that game, where them calls wasn't made in the end.
Yeah, okay, understand that. There's a last minute, 2-minute report of the calls that the referees missed. They're gonna give you a 2-minute summary of everything they missed or didn't get corrected the last 2 minutes of the game. Not the first through third, but the last 2 minutes. Go ahead. So
no, I'm just saying that somebody, you know what I'm saying, is pushing some buttons so people in Vegas can get paid. The spreads have to be covered. And another game where somebody was supposed, another back to football, just to say how shit the rig did, when somebody was supposed to kick an extra point or go for it, and they didn't, just on some humbug shit, just to cover their spread, like, you know.
They took the knee.
Yeah, man.
When normally,
it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game. Like, ain't nobody even talking about Kaepernick no more. The shit about Kaepernick, they done went from taking a knee to did it behind the team and him giving him a shot. But see, the real thing is, Kaepernick ain't come to play no. It's not about him playing football.
Never was.
If he wanted to play football, he could go into any league and play football.
And throw a ball.
It is turning the whole something bigger. What it is turning them to is they have gave you a hero, man. They try to give us a hero slide, a hero in the cool, and they're on the cool like that, and then put him in the same category as an Ali, and say this is the new Ali. And go do photo shoots and put him in the same situation that they have now. Now they telling you not only is he similar to Ali, now they gonna paint a picture, give you a visual. Well, look, he even got the same kind of dashiki with the same people in the background as Ali. So now this nigga who ain't really never done shit but took a knee. You know what I'm saying? That's far as it went. He never got out the starting block. If he was goddamn running the race, taking a knee at the starting block, he is still at the starting block with his fucking protest. But that wasn't the agenda in the first place. The agenda was just to motherfucker. I don't know what the agenda was, but obviously the shit didn't stick. Because we in the goddamn last season of the goddamn football and ain't nobody talking about the shit no more. Except Diddy. Take that.
Hey, say nah. They did talk about it some more, Jay. They told them they was gonna give another dude stepped up and said that he was the leader, like basically like he was the forefront of it. He was on the front line. Dude from the Eagles, Jenkins, I think is his last name. And they said, you know what, we're gonna donate X amount of money to what you see as black causes.
Shut up, niggas, and take this money. Shut up. Get off your fucking knee. Take this $100,000 to your dead Boys and Girls Club
and don't
run this goddamn run this slant route, nigga.
Now,
what you do, nigga? That's basically what it is. Nigga, shut up and run fast.
They gave the niggas some hush money.
It's a game. It's a sport and play, and it's another. As long as the niggas is in sport and play with some white folks, a nigga gonna get sunned because they gonna be end up. Now see, until you come with the LeVar Ball type of concept where you create your own league. And now
they don't like that.
Yeah, but you know that's the direction to go. Otherwise, we just playing games. You know what I'm saying? We ain't making no count. You know, and our voices are stifled, and that's why the boy is so strong and they hate him so much because he is in control and he can say what the fuck he wants to. That's what they hate. And that's what the NBA players, NFL players, and a lot of the sports players, a lot of the entertainers, a lot of the people that even do this right here, they have to watch what they say, because if they really trying to get on, the people that's gonna write them a check gonna have to say, hey, you need to, you can't say this.
Say what I want to say.
Yeah, absolutely, because the people who I'm talking to, they want to hear, they need to hear the shit, you know what I'm saying, that's being broke down and followed out. And I hope we still live on the YouTube. If you ain't live on the YouTube, or shout out to everybody on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, leave some comments. You can make good comments, bad comments, talk shit, I don't care. But leave some feedback, man. Let us know you out there, man.
Let me
you know
know
what I'm saying?
how
Subscribe and tell somebody else to subscribe. You know.
What's going on in the world out there, man?
What else happened? Hey man, I wanna ask, what did you see Killeen? What happened in Killeen with B King when he had the concert down there? You see that? When he turned all them hoes to vegetarians.
Oh man.
To vegans.
Man.
Or they was down there eating cucumbers and
was they on drugs?
They had to be.
No, seriously.
I don't know
like
what they were.
drugs.
I don't know what they was on, but
who
man.
go to a club, I mean, no knock against him or whatever he doing, that's his business. You know what I mean? But who go to a club female wise and stick a cucumber in their mouth?
A cucumber and an eggplant. Now this is 2017 now. That first thing I said was, when this boy is on some straight, he is the Luke Skywalker of this time and day. Yeah, but I'm like, what type of, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got a cult of R. Kelly hoes running behind him, man. Like, they come to the club
and piss on him?
Come to the club with cucumbers and eggplants.
Okay.
What do you, I'm serious, what do you fucking say to go to the club? Girl, let's go to get our cucumbers and eggplants to go suck them in the club. I'm trying to figure out what part of the game is this. You know what I mean?
When they were born.
Like,
I wonder what they talk about at home with their mamas and kids and family, and what kind of upbringing people got.
Man, that's
my personal opinion. When I see you sucking a eggplant, I don't even know where the fuck to pick up eggplants.
Man, it's really, man.
Where you gonna get it? I'm just saying.
The artistic side of the game, it's a genius artistic move for B King, and the music that he make is brilliant. It's brilliant.
Let's big up Big King,
because if you're
not knocking him.
On the humanity side of the game, you just got to be like, I just see 17 hoes do that shit. And where is they motherfucking daddies at? And who, shit like that. Bitch, do you gotta go to work? Do you have a job? You just went viral on Twitter. Somebody
knows you. But you're famous now. That's what it's all about, though.
But man, that's the social media, man, and the crave for attention. Man.
It make them do some wild stuff.
Yeah, it make people do some crazy shit, man, for attention.
When you talk about where is their father, that make me think about something that I seen over a couple of days, and Buddy had, I don't know the exact age of the young cat, so don't let me go by quoting myself on that. Do not, I repeat, do not quote me on that. But he had it was a younger dude had either put his hands or disrespected his daughter or done a foul to her in a way that was not respectable to the older dude, and he seen the younger dude, and he didn't ask no questions, asked him how it happened or nothing. He just handled him like he was a man.
Wait a minute. Oh, you lost me. What happened now?
What?
Somebody all I heard was a confrontation happened.
So,
a young man, old man. What?
So basically, young man, old man. Young dude roughs up the old man's daughter.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
So the older man seeks to take his revenge in his way. Not revenge. I wouldn't say.
That was the video you sent me where the old school cat
caught him in the mall.
Caught the youngster in the mall for putting his hands on his daughter. Well, hey man, that's what you signed up for. You know what I mean? When you put your hands on somebody's child, you got to be ready for somebody to put their hands on you, especially mine. But I seen it, man, and they say, did he go too far?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think
so. I think he's learned a very valuable lesson in that. And when you put your hands on somebody,
On the
especially a
wrong
woman,
on the
or
wrong,
you know what I'm saying, a
on
child,
the-
or not even a child, or somebody's child, you know what I'm saying, or somebody's daughter, you know what I'm saying, that you may have repercussions and consequences that come behind that, and you must be willing and ready to deal with it. So
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He
but
wasn't
I
ready.
bet you he knows now,
He
before
wasn't
he
ready.
puts his hand on someone else's daughter, that he might want to reconsider, you know what I'm saying, and try to go another route with that shit. But you know, hey, shout out to that brother right there, man,
Big up.
for being in his daughter's life.
I got you.
And
Being his
aware.
baby hero.
And hopefully she can just spit in his face and do some old foul ass shit. You know, it gotta be the devil's advocate because we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important for the fathers to be there in the daughter's life because it gives them a certain reverence for, you know what I'm saying, of the male species in general. You know what I'm saying? When you can get something from a male, when a daughter is raised from a male perspective,
And that's what she
has,
loves to.
yeah, she has a more respectable nature toward what a man has to offer her, as rather than just from someone who has, you know what I'm saying, has a disconnect from a father figure or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
And she's looking for shelter, basically. So she's gonna take all that. You know, it's basically like, and sometimes this is my point of view and what I think. It's like when the father is not around and you have these younger women coming up in our society, it's the first thing they turn to is a man. You know what I mean? They need their guidance somewhere. That's where they get misled in this whole generation of calling your spouse daddy and all that. It's because in actuality, she feels like in some kind of part of way you are daddy. You know what I mean? Because she has a disconnect from being at home the way I see it. Now, a lot of people have a lot of point of views on that, and I understand, but guess what? This is the press box. You live inside of it. And it's different ways you can handle that. I mean, you can look at it and say, we as a society need to boss up and handle home first. And we always speak about handling home and taking care of the babies because that's what we do on the press box. We take care of what's supposed to be taken care of, and we make sure that that's to bring awareness and attention to young black men, older black men, all types of forms, being there for your children, being there for your family, being accountable, standing up. You know what I mean? So it's he definitely did not go too far.
Put your hands on my daughter and see what happens. To see how many goddamn feet they got to put out your ass, fucking with me and mine. But yeah, keep your hands off people's children, man. And the quit provoking shit. Love is the way, man. We need to just love, put in some good old soul music, have a little good soul cooking food, have some wine, and dance, and goddamn, and just smile. You know, we gotta get back to that type of vibe, man. We too stressed. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to figuring out ways to work with each other, man, and make our friendships business relationships as well. They say don't mix friend with business, but everything is business. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the people that you do business with, they have to have those right business principles, man, and morals when you do business with them. But yeah, I think that if our relationships are where we're building each other up, especially financially, then we're more apt to be accountable, you know what I'm saying, to play our part. But these are small steps, you know what I'm saying, that must be taken, you know what I mean? Niggas want to jump in and do major work. When if you really start something small and people see that it's already moving, then it's going to attract more. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, everything is business, man. Everything is spiritual, man.
Definitely. Gotta connect with your to your, you know, just connect. I just be trying to connect, and I ain't talking about connect. I be trying to connect with my mind and just be like, whew, it's like a breeze. Y'all think I'm tripping, huh? I ain't tripping, no. It's really like a breeze when I just be, whew. You know what I'm saying? I just let it flow, man, for real, man, because stress, I done seen stress wear so many good ones down. I done seen them take them to the graveyard, and I'm not going that way. Nah.
Why stress? You know what I'm saying? Why stress when you could just smoke some weed and chill?
That'd be the best thing. I forgot that this was our shit and we could talk about smoking weed on her. Cause a nigga, you know what I mean? That's why stretch, you can just blow you a square, man. You know what I'm saying? And get right to it.
Yeah. So we about to get ready to come into a whole new year, man. You know what I'm saying? This year about to be over with. So they say time flies. I really do believe time is really speeding up, man. Seemed like it was just summertime.
It was.
And now we're about to be taking off into a whole new year. But again, you know, we all smart on this side, so we know that this is not a new year. The beginning of a new year, according to like the calendar, the Gregorian calendar. You know what I'm saying? This is their new year that starts when everything is really dying in the dead season, which is where you get the whole Christmas from, which is why I really don't participate in Christmas, is because we don't really know what the fuck we are participating in. We don't know what we're celebrating. We celebrating on false pretenses and following traditions that have been passed along. And these traditions, in my opinion, must be broken, at least mentally, so that we can have an idea of what we're celebrating. Because if we're celebrating the same rituals that our oppressors are doing, then, you know what I'm saying, again, we're following folly. You know what I'm saying? We just walking in our own vomit or whatever. So, again, like I said, the new year right now is from a whole different calendar, Gregorian shit. But we have, as African people, we always had our new year in the springtime when things started to grow and bloom and flower.
And the
again.
harvests
You
come
know.
in and stuff like that.
But hey, no, when everything after the winter season, you know what I'm saying, had faded away, and like I say, life and things started to grow again.
Makes sense.
That was our new year. But hey, again, once we get mixed up like we are, then went through this whole motherfucking whitewashing of education, when we were giving out a religion, a whitewashing of religion, when everything is a sport and a play and a game, and then everything we got to do, we got to go kiss ass to just try to fit in and get a check, then we just lost all, you know what I'm saying, focus and all idea on who we are. Ain't nobody taught us. We have to go back and reteach ourselves from all the bullshit that we've been taught. And that's what a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't have the time to do. I created a space and time in my life where I was dedicating just hours upon learning information and just learning and putting in hours of research and hours of reading books and investing in learning. I invested in learning. I didn't just, you know, I've never been dumb, but as far as, you know what I'm saying, gaining knowledge and wisdom,
So
you know,
when you
I've
say
invested in that shit.
When you say you invested in learning, what you like, seminars?
I mean, like, not only books and going out and physically buying books, but I mean like hours upon hours of watching lectures, and from those lectures going and getting books, and from those books learning about all these other teachers and other concepts that led me down this continual path of learning, so much so where I could go and the people I learned from, someone like Right Reverend that nigga, I could call him and say, hey, I want you to come down here, and what I learned from you, I want you to teach this to the people who I know that's around me. They may not listen to me because I've been saying this shit, but who gonna listen to me when I'm really not in a position to show you that the knowledge that I'm learning, I've applied it yet. I wasn't at a level of application where I can apply this shit, but I knew this shit was to be true. So I said, let me call my man, you know what I'm saying, Daddy Duvain, and get him to come and do a lecture down here. He come down here and spiel.
Yeah.
Let me call up my man A.A. Rashid so he can come down and do a lecture and he can spiel. Let me call up Umar Johnson and let him come down and talk about the black boys. Let me call somebody. So this is what I mean by investing time and energy and money and creating situations for learning. Not only am I learning this shit, I'm creating situations so everybody else can grasp this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Not just for me, but from the biggest of the scholars who everybody fucking look up to and shit.
That's what's up, man. Big up to you then, man. I'm gonna salute you one time up in this bitch.
Appreciate it, man.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. Spinning them wheels and keeping them turning and not just being content with what you got, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people would just settle and just be like, hey.
Yeah, and in that, like I said, it was a point where I was just compiling so much information and knowledge and shit where it was like, yo, it's cool to have all this shit. But my mama told me, she like, shit, them books ain't gonna make no damn turds. You can't eat them books. Shit, you got to get out there and apply some of this shit, you know. And I was like, yo, you know, information or knowledge without application is useless. You know what I'm saying? I was just having a conversation with my nephew yesterday. Matter of fact, it was over a fortune cookie I found. But it say information is better than knowledge or something like that. Mm-hmm. And my nephew was like, nah, that's false. And I was like, nah, that's very true because, like, again, you can have all the knowledge, all the information you want to, but if you don't have the wisdom or the knowledge or the wherewithal to apply the shit, then it's just a bunch of useless. You're just smart. You're just telling people how smart you are. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're doing. But if you can actually take the input, I don't feel it. You still feel chill in here. But if you can actually take that shit that you learning and apply this shit in real time to change the quality of your life, then what are you really doing other than fucking what they call it, masturbation, out the mouth or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Making your mind fried chicken.
You're doing a whole bunch of fucking talking, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Pressbox, man. Subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's gonna be the best way to watch every episode fast and first and be able to comment, react, dive in live on any topic we going in on, feedback, whether you like it, don't like it, however you feel about it, man, just come on in. You watching anyway, so you might as well just hit the subscribe button and come on in, man. I promise it's gonna be alright, man. I promise.
This is the fourth episode right here, but the last episode 3, we didn't get a visual on it, and so we wasn't able to put it up on the YouTube yet. So give us a little time, man. I just got me a laptop the other day, and I'm trying to figure out how to give me some editing programs so I can cut some time down and learn how to do this shit myself. It's just me and my boy, man. But then shout out to Hanif, shout out to my boy Dre Floyd, because they do some editing, they do some camera work too. But we not all in the same city or the town or whatever, man. We all spread out. So when it comes to editing, we haven't worked enough together yet to really just get things done. So, you know, a lot of the material again that we have, you know what I'm saying, we haven't had a chance to put it out yet. And we want y'all to know that we understand this is like our 4th show in 2, 4, 6, maybe 6, 7, 8 hours, man. We have so much content and so much more to give. We don't want y'all to feel slighted if you tune in for a second and don't catch your attention, man. That's just on you, man. Stay tuned in, tune back in, because the content, man, the topics, man, vary so much about what we can talk about.
Man. We can go all across the board, man.
Yeah, man. Very versatile, man. Very diversified in my portfolio, if I must say so. But yeah, man. What time is it, man? What time is it, man? Because
man, it is 9 o'clock, man. 9:04.
9:04. We tuned in to the Pressbox.
Hey, man, just the fact of all the content and the Pressbox and the way that we gonna drop it, man. I'm just like, I feel like it's a basketball game, football. I mean, y'all see me bobbing and weaving over here, man. I'm pumped. In actuality, though, I'm humble, though, man. I say that in the most respectful, thankful way I can. Man, I'm humble, man. I'm just actually glad to be here, man, because it took a lot of work to get here and not letting up, not saying that it's not gonna be another show, but I'm just saying, man, don't take it in vain, man. We work hard to get here, and I'm just glad that y'all here with us. So I just want to say thank you again. Much love and respect and peace to all, man. Coming through, being in the Pressbox, getting down with the boy. You know, I freestyle in here when it's cold, man. They need to turn it on, riding on phone. Come on, Tim.
Let me put a beat on, man. Don't make me put it. You want to freestyle? Don't play, man. But you know this. You want to rap? You don't really want to rap, man. Shout out to all my rappers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Went from a local rapper, man, to a global rapper, man.
You're worldwide, kid. Worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Giving and dabbing, man. We just moving right along. If you haven't what?
No, we're moving right along. I like these books I got up here, man. I'm gonna show my people right here that's tuned in. This one right here is from the brother A.A. Rashid I was talking about at the beginning of the show. He just put an album out, you know what I mean? called Dog Food. You know what I'm saying? And his artistic view, man, is brilliant. This is another one of the brothers I was talking about that came out to do a lecture for me. Matter of fact, he did two, and they were back to back. One of them was in Houston at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, and then we backed over the next day in Dallas and did it at the Pan African Connection, and it was called the Blackest Bible You Never Seen. And it was the reason I wanted to do that lecture was because once I had got conscious or really got on this knowledge wave and started, you know what I'm saying, putting this information out that was so different than from what the normal status quo was. People said I was crazy or this, that, and the third, and I went so against the church and shit on the church so bad. All of my Christian family and friends was mad at me. They just stopped fucking with me. I was like, you know what? Maybe I was a little overzealous in my approach and presenting my information. And so I wanted to go get somebody that could, you know what I'm saying, I knew that was biblically informed, that could speak about the Bible in a way, you know what I'm saying, that the people may know about. So I went and got the brothers to come and do a lecture, and they could, you know what I'm saying, get some shit about the Bible and make it relatable and can kind of create a bridge for me back to the people that are in the church. Because again, I got a lot of love for the church, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just the nigga church. I fuck with the nigga church, but the church in general. All church is the nigga church. It ain't no church but the nigga church. That's our system, you know what I'm saying, of you know what I'm saying, coming together, getting a connection to the Most High and a higher self, you know what I'm saying? We created all that, man. Everything comes from us. But so this is his book. I got on topic right there. You seen that? But this is a book. This is one of his books, my man. This is one of my man A. Rashid books. Go check his album out, Dog Food, on thatsmyson.com. And he also has this book right here, man. Dog Star Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? Volume 1, 2, and 3. And these are people who I know, people who like I say, come and teach, who I get information from.
That's what's up.
People who sold thousands and thousands of books. You know what I'm saying? And have traveled around the world teaching and talking to the people and delivering the message. And this is the type of channel that the Pressbox is for. It's for people, man, who speak the people language, go out amongst the people, heal the people, you know what I'm saying, enrich the people, you know what I'm saying, and unify as much as we can, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's at a much smaller level than people try to do it. You know what I mean? The whole concept of the whole everybody uniting and waking up, that's a fantasy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not firsthand gonna be out there protesting, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit that was going on in 1960, man. Like shit in real life that my daddy did, like in real life, like that concept of what we need to be going, that shit is dead. You know what I'm saying? That's not where we at with it, man. You know what I mean? We gotta come a new way. And the new way is through spreading information and the application of the information in real time. Taking the shit that we learn, you know what I'm saying, and using it to change the quality of life and the people around us. That's what, you know what I'm saying, black empowerment is. When you can change the quality of your life and the people around you. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. Trayvon. I ain't taking my hoodie off.
Nah, we're not taking our hoodie off and we're not standing for the national anthem.
With that being said, man, I'm just glad we got this platform to deliver the content to where people can get everything they need in one stop. This is your one-stop shop for everything. You know what I mean? You can get some fat on your head, or you can get a whooping on that sun gun too. Either way,
you're gonna learn your lesson.
Either way, you're gonna learn your lesson, and I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely cool with it. This is the Pressbox. I am CA, man.
Man, I got a whole bunch of people, man, that had hit me back from the last show. Like, where is the next show up? And I was telling them that shit. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I had to go out and buy a computer, y'all. You know what I mean? Because I want to be able to be consistent with y'all, man. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, shout out to the sponsor, the people that do reach out, and you know what I'm saying, that actually can add on, and that know what I'm saying, know how to you know what I'm saying, edit and do little things, man.
That help you troubleshoot and get
Because
through. Without them, it's no us.
We only good as the people around us, no matter what we doing, where we at. You know what I'm saying? If you around a bunch of people that are not producing, then you really in the wrong space. Everybody around should be doing a job, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, something that happened the guy Chinks, the guy that got killed.
Oh yeah, Chinks.
He got killed by somebody, one of his ex-partners.
Yeah.
The nigga that killed him had on the R.I.P. Kinks hat or shirt or something. The nigga that killed him went to his funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was somebody that was right beside him.
Close to him.
You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of people, man, the situation we can put ourselves in with the people who right beside us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Will fuck us the quickest, the hardest, and the worst. And it's because, and he said it was because of something that he did to him, but no, it's probably because the nigga has
wanted his spot.
He's either always shown these characteristics, or we really have not found a space for this person. You know what I'm saying? You started to look like a meal to somebody that you was, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be feeding. You know what I mean? If the people around you are fed, then they have no reason to try to come and steal from you, take from you, or want to see your demise.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
speaking.
but again, that's just a life lesson, man. It's always somebody closest to you, man, to take you down. People inside Malcolm, people inside Marcus Garvey, people inside all the black movements. You know what I'm saying? It's always a motherfucker, man, on the inside who knows you, who knows how things run. You know what I'm saying? Sent in probably by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? To do the bidding and to take down the positive movement.
That's crazy, man. That dude would have the audacity to show up at the burial and just go along with life, just being okay with that he X'd his friend out for whatever reason. You know what I mean? From before they got on to when they got on, and then you X me out, man. That's cold, man. That's cold. Yeah, that's cold. That's why I'm surrounding myself with people I can count on, man. People that I know that's gonna ride for me just like I'm gonna ride for them. And it ain't no other way around it.
Man, that's right. Motherfuckers want 1,000 followers. Motherfuckers want 50,000 followers, man. As if I could just give me 5 motherfuckers I can just call and
that I can count on, huh?
Any time of the night, you know. Give me 5 motherfuckers I can call for $1,000 if I need it. Just think about it. If you ain't got nobody to call for $1,000, man, that's not cool. And that's not financially stable. You know what I mean? We got to surround ourselves by people that are making moves, man.
And when you say that, that's basically telling, because you know when you call them 5 people or them 50,000 followers you got, and they be like, I ain't got it. I mean, I'm gonna get you next week, or let me hit you right back. I'm losing the signal. My kids ain't.
And a lot of that shit is true, man.
I just bought a belt. My rent due.
Yeah.
Lights off. Nah, but on some real stuff, man, everybody go through hardships. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is surround yourself with people that you know they going in the same direction or a similar direction of where you want to go. No, they don't have to be pulling up, ready to do the Pressbox with me. Of course not. But they gotta have their mind on right in whatever business and tools they're using it to their advantage and they're capitalizing. And I know if I needed them, then they would be there, and also vice versa. If they needed me, I would be there, because that's the thing of a friendship and a benefitship. I mean, because you have to benefit off of friendships. People nowadays don't like to make it as to where you gain anything out of a friendship. That's wrong. Besides we just sitting around chilling with each other, that ain't gonna get it, man. That's not gonna work, man. And no, this ain't just, it's a new year, so it's a new me, and this has always been my mind frame and been my thinking, because it takes a while to get to where you need to be. Nobody, just jump up and you automatically there. So you have to set you some goals. You gotta stick by them and check them off your list. Keep quiet and keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about all that other stuff. If you with me, you with me, and if you ain't, just stay over there. Once you cross me, just stay over there. I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't upset or nothing like that. It's just I'm focusing. I know where I'm going, and this where the press box is, man. We know where we going. This is a space that a lot of suckers can't get into, and will not be allowed into. So stay over there, man.
And on that note, we've been in here, man, for about a good hour. We had a few technical difficulties, but I promise we're gonna be able to get in this space. And we're gonna be rolling smooth sailing from the beginning of the show all the way to the end. But that comes with us just being here and repetition and figuring this shit out. Again, we're gonna take us a little break right now. So if you're tuned in to the YouTube, you tuned in to the Instagram, you tuned in to the Facebook over here, whatever you tuned in to, thank you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hang out with us for a minute, man, and tune back in. We're gonna play a little music for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then we're gonna come with the last 30, 45 minutes of the show, man. Y'all tuned in to the Press Box. And my boy CA right there, man. You country boys out here, man. I go by the name Barlene, man. We'll play a little music for y'all, man. Y'all hang in there, man.
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah. Turn the mic off. See, they can still. What did you do with that last time? How did you cut the mic off last time? What did you cut it out with? That's when I be around. And I'm looking for something in this book, man. I can't find it, though. Black, Talib, real nigga daddy. Shout out to my boy Johnny Domino, Culture Critic, Bad Rules in the motherfucking building. Sin Big Run. Lil Jesse, Queen I Am 777. Keep Dynamite. Tour Nicole Thomas, Goldmine CEO, Upgrade, Jamie J. Foreman, everybody who tuned in, man. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we got a little intermission, man. I started talking for a minute, and we started talking for a minute. Mic cut it off.
It's still audio on this and that, so it's still really going
On the YouTube.
So it's like basically the whole room, you know what I mean? Until you get stopped on both ends.
What's up, Coop? One of my day ones, man. From the 90s. Y'all got somebody y'all still fucking from the 90s? I got some people from the 90s I still fuck with. I know some of these little brothers.
What you say?
This is right here. Okay, this is right here. This is right there. I got two bottles by my bed. And I so appreciate you tuning in, fam. You know?
Yeah. You gotta be in a certain rate to watch it.
Almost. What did I say? This is big. I know this is big, man.
Boy, you cold, Jay? You cold?
What's that, man?
Iceberg cold. This Facebook.
Shout out to the Facebook for tuning in to the Pressbox, man. Thank y'all, man. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you tuned in to the Pressbox, man. And I so appreciate it. You know what I mean? Gonna have some giveaways and some prizes in a minute. But right now, ain't nothing for free. You must pay. You know what I mean?
They won't let you rotate your phone and that.
Nah, man.
On the book. And then I'm showing you.
Anybody, I know everybody tuning in. I appreciate y'all time, man. You be doing, I really know you be doing anything else. And you probably understand I could be doing anything else. He could be doing anything else. And time is money. You know what I'm saying? You can see where we at, you know what I mean? It's a nice little space they got us in, you know what I mean? Well, I don't say they got us in. Nice little space that was shout out by your boy, man. Had to come find this space. Look at this here, man. You know what I mean? Got the logos up here. Trying to make this shit official. Trying to make this shit look right. You know what I mean? Trying to do this shit the right way. Not just talking shit. It don't matter if I'm not talking. If I'm not saying nothing, it look like I'm somewhere talking some good shit. And then I'm gonna go out here on the red carpet and take some pictures. Like I know. Get real Hollywood on you, man. That's another 200 G's. Just in case boy want to come up here playing, man, we ain't bothering nobody, man. Don't leave me alone. Come up here playing, man. Yeah, we finna get back in here in just a minute. Talk a little more trash. Shout out to my man Nick, eye opening in here too, man. Shout out to my boy Tony, man, out there in Chapel Hill. His son, I think Tony's son out there in Chapel Hill. Yeah, Tony heard your son out there beasting too, man. What's up with his team? He be watching, I don't know if you're on here now, but I know he has the coach.
Yeah, his son definitely cold. They getting work in on Christmas.
Yeah.
They getting work in, man.
Uh-oh. drastically. Ask that Pop, Doc. Hey, Pop, hey, Doc Pop said he need 50 niggas. That's all he said, huh? There's some chicken in the pot. They didn't see a nigga creeping. That's how we do it every weekend. Hey, yeah. That's that stew right here, man.
R.I.P. Screw, man.
Huh. It's a lifestyle. That's how we do it. What's up? I was reading Boy, Coop, listen, he said, man, I'm just enjoying y'all. Appreciate that, Coop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It is 9:30, 9:30, okay. Yeah. Shout out Rashawn. What up, boy? What you doing up in here, man? Put my headphones back on, man.
Sean, that headphone beat me up, man.
Shout out to the nigga church. And shout out to everybody in here on the cards to the nigga church. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just came in here to see everything coming. Welcome to the Pressbox. But I know some of these people are people who, you know what I'm saying? My people told somebody, Dr. Mutar, somebody told somebody on here is because somebody told somebody about you. So come on here. So word of mouth is and has always been our most powerful form of communication, of media, of news. You know what I mean? Somebody put somebody else on to somebody.
You wasn't gonna tell me my mic went on, nigga.
Oh, the mic went on? My bad, G.
Say man. Hey man.
So
back in the press box, man, out there fresh break. Hope everybody enjoyed this Screw Zoo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Excuse me.
R.I.P. Screw. You know what I'm saying? We from the side. Yeah, that way.
So we I was talking about my brother, man. The video ended. Man, I got to share that, Jack. Hold on, let me share that joint and go back live again. Let me start a new live video.
There we go.
Yeah, let me start a new live. All right. I want to get this on here. But I was talking about that fortune cookie and imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
imagination is better than knowledge, correct?
Yeah. I know you can testify on just from the time a year ago when we linked up, just about a year ago up until now, on just how the thoughts and how, you know, I've stressed and how I know you have applied this to your life and just by your thoughts have took you to different places. You know what I'm saying? And changed your life just by changing your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And just being somewhere different mentally has been able to change your reality. And so that's why that's why I say a fortune cookie is so, the content of saying the imagination is more powerful than knowledge is so strong, because I know that my lifestyle or just my life in general is something that was created from my, you know what I'm saying, imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got tired of doing shit everybody else way, you know what I'm saying, or everybody else time or in accord. I wanted to create a way I could, you know what I'm saying, figure some shit out, do shit on my own.
So you basically imagine it and then you apply it. Absolutely.
And see, I'm finna go off into this is what I was telling you I was trying to find. This is what I'm finna read from my brother A.A. Rashid. This is from one of his books. But he says the gods of the third dimensional reality on earth possess volumes of cosmic intent called the soul by the semantic value of modern man's mind. The soul is congealed stellar dust in a vehicle of watery light. This is due and based from the environmental concerns from this quadrant of the universe. Your soul is an ever-changing volume of intention. we are able to manifest when we realize we are holographic experiences occurring in the present, past, and future, and that our mind is a part of the grand mind, and that through life we have access to manifesting abundance in the future. He said, I thought about being Brother Rashid while in prison. Let me continue right quick. He said, I used my mind's eye to project myself into a beneficial future. Surrounded by vice and violence, I manufactured a bridge of imagination that my physical feet are crossing each day. I heard the screams of black men being beaten to death by white racist prison guards. I have seen black people kill one another for small gold chains, Timberland boots, pornographic magazines, and narcotics. If I can create a future from an environment such as this, you should question what you are doing with your imagination in the free world where you have all those choices. Do not miss out on the liberties you possess, black reader. Go about life not building your own human bridges. Burn ships, not relationships. When we burn ships, we conquer new lands and settle upon them. But we build bridges through people, friendships, and imaginations. Let me say that part again. Burn ships, not relationships. We burn ships. It said, when we burn ships, we conquer new lands and settle upon them. But we build bridges through people, friendships, and imaginations. And that's the whole concept of the press box, of where we at, where we going, of real niggas linking up, creating your own, doing for self, building your own. It's all stems from your imagination. It's that strong. My man said that.
I can rock with that.
My man said that from prison, he created the brother who he is now as a teacher. He created that from the prison environment. So he's saying if he can do that from the prison environment, then we can definitely create who we are. You know what I'm saying? And recreate who we are as many times as we want to and need to in order to be great. You know what I mean? Who's to say we are limited? That's one thing I think we have about the country where it's slow as it is. People are limited. And I think a lot of people in general are limited in their thinking. They ain't never been nowhere. They ain't never seen shit. And when you ain't never traveled and seen how other people live or seen people living the same struggle a different way or surviving in a different manner, then your concept is you're boxed in.
My thing is relating to him as in the fact of using my imagination to better the circumstance that I'm in. You know what I mean? Because you definitely being a testament to that. You know, I've been in prison myself before, and so therefore you do catch yourself at times imagining that you was free, imagining that you know, what am I gonna do when I get out to keep me from coming right back? So with him using his imagination and saying that he's already created the person out there, and he just basically gotta catch up with him out there. You know what I mean? It's like, I gotta just catch up with this guy, my imagination that I've created inside these walls, outside.
Right.
And it's like, I definitely can
It's
rock
mind
with
magic.
that.
Speaking of mind magic, it's a book.
I
Look,
can
I'm
rock
gonna do a book drop. This is one of a book drop. If you're into books, it's a book called Mind Magic. It's a cold ass book, and it just kind of teach you about little mind hacks on how to reprogram your mind and whatnot. But that's what you know what I'm saying, the imagination is. Imagination, if you start to break down the word imagination, to do the etymons in it, you're gonna see magi. You know what I'm saying? You break down magi, you start talking about the wise men of the Bible. You know what I mean? And what they were, and when you know what type of magic and shit they were doing, then you say magi, then you got magic, then you got magician, then you have image, then you have imagine. So this word imagination has so many different words inside of it, and so many what you call them parts of the etymon. I don't know. I skipped it. I ain't been to school in a while, so you niggas know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, break the word down, man. You can see 7, 8 different words that deal with imaging and deal with things that we create from inside of your head. Like nobody can. That's one thing I just about imagination is it is unique to yourself. Nobody can give you imagination. You know what I mean? People can add on, but initially you have to create that place in your own head, you know what I'm saying? And I think that once you have gotten away from, you know what I'm saying, being a real nigga, or just really being your nigga self, once you have to conform to not being yourself on the regular, then you lose your magic, you lose your imagination.
You lose all the touch. I apologize, y'all. I ain't gonna set that phone up like that no more. It's getting me too. That was the second and last time doing that. Cause first of all, I ain't mean for it to fall like that. Excuse me. But imagine your mind definitely is a tool. So working your tool, crafting your tool, making it grow, getting it. Of course, it's gonna do whatever you need it to do. It's gonna take you to places you never could.
If you only could imagine, and like that's why they say in the Bible. So we got the nigga church in here. In the Bible, that's why they say you have to be like a little child. You know what I'm saying? Because the child's imagination is so pure. You know what I mean?
Run wild.
And when we are a child, you know what I'm saying? We have these powers and we have these things that we see and imaginary friends, and a lot of times the adults kill that. They kill that imaginary spirit, the children. And from there, we begin to, then we begin to have everybody, you know what I'm saying, conform to the same type of thinking and the same thought process where we just are told what to thought, how to think, when to think, what to do, and how to do.
That's prison.
And so that's what the the whole concept of the schools, the pipeline, the school of prison, when you lose your freedom to think, then you really lose you're giving away your divinity to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is outside of you. And again, going inside is where the gold is where the true treasure is. Inside.
You better dig.
Man, you better get a backhoe.
You better dig. Tighten up on it, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Pressbox, man, and being here with us. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, I'm asking you right now. Go to YouTube, type in D space, put Pressbox as one word. And you gonna see Jay face. It's gonna pop right up. It's gonna be my face too, but you gonna notice Jay on top. Cause he gonna be right there, he gonna pop right out. Boom! Subscribe to that thing, man. Give us some feedback, some comments, like, unlike, whatever. Let us know. It might be something that we missed that you wanted us to talk about that we need to dive into, and if it's real, then we gonna dive into it.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna dive into it. You might be somebody that needs to be sitting right here next to me, and I need to be interviewing you because we also do interviews too, man.
That's a very excellent point to mention is that's what this is about. It's about our networking. And if you have something to offer, you know what I'm saying, not only to us, but if you have something to offer to the world, this is a platform where you can come in. Let us, you know what I'm saying, shine this light on you so that you can, you know what I'm saying, expand your brand or whatever it is that you do. And again, it's important. I'm learning this. Like I said, I kind of got away from all the technical shit that goes on with the computer and the YouTube and the channels, but I'm understanding now, you know what I'm saying, the subscribers really mean something. That's when people, everything's about numbers. But not only is it about the numbers, but when you subscribe, it lets us know who is who and who is fucking with us. You know what I mean? So eventually we're gonna have things where we running information. Like I said, we got a nigga church reunion coming up, a nigga church revival coming up. It's February.
There's gonna be some chicken there too.
We don't have a date for it. Right now, but these are some of the things. Like I said, if you tuned in, we have an emailing list and shit like that. so that we can kickstart, everybody can be abreast on what we got coming, man. Cause like I said, you're gonna wanna be there in February when we link up, you know what I mean? And get together and do shit.
As they say, do shit.
Yeah, man.
On me. What's going on?
It take money, man. It take funding. You know what I'm saying? So if you see a PayPal account, I'm not gonna, it's no shame in it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not begging for nothing. That's one thing about being independent and about actually doing doing business is, you know what I'm saying, when it costs money, you know what I'm saying, you can do shit your way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to ask, or is this gonna be legit? Can I say this? Can I do this? No.
When I get this loan, I can't say fuck them banks no more. I gotta talk right. But you know what I'm saying? All types of technical difficulties that will not be going on over here that way.
That's right. So you can actually go learn more about the nigga church at theniggerchurch.org.
When we don't say amen, we say
nigga man.
Huh man.
Huh and huh man.
Huh man. I
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Shout out to the media block again. What else is poppin', man? Before we get out of here, man, it seems like I missed something that was popping in the news, man.
That was popping in something else that was going on.
Other than the constant up and flow of the Bitcoin. And speaking of the Bitcoin, which was something that has been on my timeline frequently, is and people who I deal with have been talking about the penny stock and Forex. A couple people fuck with Forex.
Penny stock, I've been chopping it up with some people
on
penny stock.
So these are some of the things that got my attention right now that I'm about to kind of dive into and see what's really happening, because I'm always trying to diversify. And I know, like I said, my man, the niggerchurch.org, you can call him specifically over the phone for consultations about, you know what I'm saying, or Forex, penny stocks, things like that. So
great.
Not only that, now I say, man, the network that we have is probably the most important thing that we have. You know what I mean?
Definitely being able to put people with who they need to be put with. You know what I mean? Some people don't even know that they could call somebody and talk to them about the penny stock and maybe get involved and get them a couple of shares, get $100 worth of shares of penny stock. I ain't gonna even lie to you off the top. You go in, I'm just saying, cause you gotta make moves besides going out to eat every day. Yes. You know, my personal opinion. You gotta make something that's gonna set you up to where it can set somebody else up to gain. I'm talking about your family. If you got kids, you got significant other, if you got, nephews, nieces, anybody, it doesn't necessarily have to be your own personal child. You can, set them up to win in life by making some smart decisions on your. Don't leave them with debt. I can tell you that.
Hey, I just got a message right here on the Facebook, on the Instagram. It's my man, right, River says that the Paul Mooney, the great comedian Paul Mooney, that his sons want to be on the show.
That's
and
great.
He got some twin sons. I've heard it before. And, like I said before, my man Doc have had several blog talks and several forums of me that he ran himself. So he got a stellar list of his own. So he, know what I'm saying. So some of these people are gonna fall triple with him. So yeah, but these two guys, I've heard them speak about the Forex and all the penny trading. So you know what I'm saying. Anybody that's knowledgeable about it, you know what I'm saying. It's always great to be the spiel, to come on and spiel, to tell us firsthand, because I want to be able to make some money when I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, like I said, to diversify as much as possible. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna be getting it, man. That's how I think the hustle. People get confused. People say get a hustler confused with a drug dealer. Yeah. A drug dealer and a hustler is not synonymous, man.
Because a drug dealer is gonna stick to what?
Just drugs.
And the hustler is gonna do
hustler, man. I can sell you this pen. You You know what I'm saying? I can say you just pen.
No matter what it is, man.
That's a true hustler. So that's what the Pressbox is too, man. It's a store as well. Again, we can facilitate all needs from clothing to health products to food. We got people that do catering. You know what I'm saying? Vegan food. We got people that do fried you some chitlins. If a nigga wants some chitlins, I call my Uncle Dwight. The nigga fried you up some goddamn chitlins.
I don't want none.
You know,
I'm cool, but if you want some, we'll get you a plate, man. Get out the cold, man. Come jump in the press box, man.
That's right.
Come on, jump in, man. There's room and space for you. But we not allowed none of the other stuff. But we already spoke on that, so we ain't gonna speak on that again. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I want to say thank y'all for being here again.
What time is it?
Man.
Because it sounds like you trying to end the show, man.
I'm definitely, I'm just,
okay.
I keep saying thank you, and y'all like, man, he putting on, he don't say thank you that much. Nah, y'all just don't understand, man. I done been through a lot. It took a lot to get here. So I'm so thankful and humble, and I'm just trying to show my gratitude, man. I'm grateful for this, man. For real, for real.
No doubt, no doubt. I was, I don't know if y'all seen me this weekend over the Christmas weekend, but I was eating some, man, I was eating squirrel.
Squirrel.
My brother killed some squirrels. He killed some possums. I don't fuck with possums. Nigga, hey, this boy, man, got coons. I think the squirrels is $4 a piece. You want some coons? I think they like $8.
That's a hustler, Jack.
This nigga selling wildlife, man.
This
is real life though. But my boy had killed a couple of deer, plenty of deer. We've been eating deer meat all winter. You know what I'm saying? Because of my brother. But I was making a point to say that the meat that I know it's in the book right here. It talks about you know, nothing is good in too much anything, but a little bit of meat won't hurt you to eat. You know what I'm saying? But the meat that is killed in the factories, the meat that's killed in the slaughterhouses, these animals go through so much foul treatment that a lot of these negative hormones are excreted out of the animal upon death, and we eat these. You know what I'm saying? These are the hormones that the people eat, you know what I'm saying, due to the conditions of the mental state of the animal in the slaughterhouse, you know what I'm saying, going through this cycle, because they just put it there full of shit, full of just, you know what I'm saying, all kind of fecal matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the type of food, from the chickens to the pigs to the cows. That's the type of food that's at the grocery store. But the food that is killed in the wild doesn't go through that type of process. The food killed in the wild is in a natural state. It's a deer. It's not. It doesn't know death is upon him. You know what I'm saying? So it's not in a state of fear that it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, taken out, and at the moment of death that he knows he's gonna die, all these negative hormones are just froze up into the animal. So I was making a point that squirrel and that deer and shit was probably I think it probably was healthier. You know what I'm saying? Because that deer was good as shit, nigga. He took it to the processor. Yeah. We had some sausage, we had some back straps, you know what I'm saying? Breakfast sausage, back straps, you know what I'm saying? And I think he even had some summer sausage and probably some steaks or whatever, but that's real country shit, man. That's where that's the type of lifestyle that when we was able to see our grandparents live to be 100 years old, 90 years old, because they farmed, they sharecropped their own food. You know what I'm saying? They grew their food, they grew and raised the farm animals, and they
Somebody just said you a country ass nigga.
Like to the core. They, you know what I'm saying? This is why they grew that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they could eat. It wasn't all the chemicals in the pig and the hog. It wasn't no chemicals in the cows. No, these were farmed like animals. You know what I mean? And also, I'm gonna tell you why we live to be long too, is because Granny them cooked every day, man. And we live in a society now where
ain't no cooking.
Ain't nobody at home damn near to
Ain't no cooking, man.
Every day, man. So everything we eat is super, super duper processed. And of course, that's taken away from our life expectancy right there because the food that we ingest is
This
not
nigga
even
done got
real
me
food.
hungry on the sleep. Y'all
You know what I'm
see me
saying?
sit back real
We
quick.
eating a whole bunch of processed food that's not even real food. Instead of getting back to the land where we eating what we grow. So, we need to get together, man, and buy a couple of acres and, you know what I'm saying, get a lot and do some growing. But that's a part of community building. That's a part of nation building. Niggas want to really do stuff. Those are the type of things that really count. If you can feed somebody, if you can put some food on the table and feed somebody's family, some people that have not, feed yourself. Shit, that's a win-win. That's what we gotta get back to, man. The Pressbox. I'm like you now. I'm thankful to be able to come in and talk my little old jazz, man. And trying to get these subscribers and these views up. So you motherfuckers, man, on the YouTube world, man.
I know what they want a nigga to do. They want you to catch on fire. That's how I'm gonna get my views up. That's how I'm gonna get my subscribers up. Y'all wanna see me 5J up? Just put a light on it and throw it back. It's not gonna happen. So if that's what we gotta do to get the views up, I don't know, man. Yeah, we probably won't get them.
Consistency, real content, you know what I'm saying? And real shit is gonna make this show do what it do. That's why I say I don't want no fake viewers,
Never.
no fake followers. No,
Never.
I want to know exactly who is fucking with me.
And
you know what I'm saying? In 2018, let me tell y'all niggas what y'all niggas gotta stop doing in 2018.
What?
Stop following people on social media that you don't fuck with. You don't even like their movement.
In real
Why
life.
do you follow folks you don't fuck with? Like, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from shit that don't attract you. If you ain't on that vibration, don't even follow that. Like, I don't even follow a lot of shit, but I go people who I don't follow, and I go like that shit. I like people's shit. I just don't hang around and follow in secret. You know what I'm saying? You can't follow in secret because when it's time to get rewarded, I don't know you. You never showed yourself. So how do I know you was down with me if you never showed who you were? You think you go get somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You think you're gonna wait to the finish line till a nigga get ready to cross the finish line? And you think you're gonna meet me at the finish line?
I'm with you. I was
and you didn't give me no water. You didn't bring no water. You didn't help a nigga train. You didn't come to the gym not one time. I was in shooting these jumpers. I've been in the gym. Been in the gym. Been in the gym. Still in the gym. You never came in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Where was you at?
I was on the other side of the court putting up my shit.
Man, we was out there in the gym, so show you. If you fucking with somebody, man, if you fuck with a movement, fuck with their movement, you know what I'm saying? Stand on that. Because that's where the power lies in the real unity. And people saying, nigga, this is what I'm fucking with. I watched it, and we can get ready to take out. I think we got about 15 minutes, but I was watching a good lecture by James Small, by Professor James Small, and he was talking about the power of the Malcolm X movement. And he was saying that movement was so much bigger than just Malcolm himself, because the Malcolm started to be a consciousness that people began to take on. People, if y'all remember at the end of the Spike Lee movie, all them kids stood up and said, I am Malcolm X, I am Malcolm X, I am Malcolm X, I am Malcolm X. Well, at that point in time, he was saying everybody that was around Malcolm X or in that movement had put their minds and mentalities on making that go forward, on making him be the, what they put their attention on to propel forward. And it was a group consciousness that was able to make Malcolm X, that was able to push him to the top. It wasn't just him, it was everybody taking on that mindset and moving. So that's what we got to get down to and get to, man. Whatever you do that best and find somebody to do something different. I be running, like I said, I be running into niggas, man. I be like, yeah, man, I never heard them niggas be like, yeah, man, niggas do, nigga might have a goddamn yard cutting business I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm finna do this media. Next thing I know, yeah, I got a media coverage. Well, damn, I didn't even, nigga, you know, I got selling shoelaces. Oh, you know what? I just started selling shoelaces. Man, we have to, you know what I'm saying, be more supportive and be less competitive. You know what I'm saying? Because competition in amongst friendly competition is cool, but when competition gets to the point where
it turn into
we would start going separate ways.
And butting heads and
this goes not only in friendships, this goes with relationships. Sometimes we compete with people that we lay down with every day. I don't see how people do that. You know what I'm saying? That's counterproductive to everything. Everything that we trying to do, man. My cup is empty. You know what I'm saying? My boy done took the glasses off. He said he hungry.
Tired, boss.
He tired, man. He hungry. I'm finna go get my boy, man, some tacos or something, man. You know, on Richmond, man. We way down here in Houston right now, you know. So shout out to H-Town.
Shout out to the H, man. Thanks for having us. This has always been one of my favorite cities.
Coast.
One of my favorite
you know,
cities,
Texas, Braves. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody that did tune in from all across the globe, because the Pressbox is global.
Very global. We global now. Look, Mom, we on TV. Shout out to everybody who was on my Facebook Live a while ago. My phone died, so lost a lot of y'all. But I thank y'all for coming through. Everybody on the Pressbox Live, I want to thank y'all coming through. Everybody who was on the YouTube Live, thank you for coming through. And if you subscribe just so happened by the night, I want to thank you also. And anybody that my guy sent over, you know, on his wave, off his frequency, we want to tell y'all thank y'all too, because you didn't have to be here. You could have been anywhere else in the world tonight. You was here with us, so we greatly
Shout
appreciate it.
out to Smooches Radio. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in and stopping by. You know, you can go check this out on YouTube. The last show, like I said, we're gonna be putting the last show up. The last show, episode 3, does not have a visual, but it does have an audio. We did good. Last week was funny, man. We went in last week, so y'all be sure to go check that episode out when we upload that one. This episode will be uploaded. We got the visual back. We got the actual live YouTube going right now, which is something that we haven't had since the first show. So we live on YouTube right now. We're gonna stay upload that one probably tomorrow. You'll be able to see it. So go check them out, man. Leave us some comments, some feedback if you hate talking down, talking shit. It don't matter, man.
It really don't matter.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna drop some snippets on, it's some IG snippets coming to y'all. We got a bunch of them waiting to get pushed out. Some footage, some J-Dog interview footage. We got some where I was brand ambassador move. We got all kind of footage, man. I'm telling you, we just getting everything lined up in order to hit y'all with it. We thank y'all for being patient and being a part of the press box, because if you're here now and you watching this and you seeing this, then you are a part of the press box. And I just want to say thank you again. You really like saying you crazy. That's how you done said the whole show was thank you. Nah, but because being where I'm from and coming where I'm from, we was brought up with respect. My mother taught me a lot of respect, you know. So if you're appreciative and you're grateful for something, you tell the person thank you. You don't wait, you don't hide it. You big up them right then where they can see you, and you let them know. Thank you, man. Definitely thank you for rocking out with your boy up in here, man. Today, we touched on a lot of topics. We got a little more in depth in some of our conversation, and just basically trying to weed out of everything that's gonna be going on the press box, man. It's a whole lot, from like I said, from science to sports to comedy to fashion to knowledge to truth to facts to the baby. I mean, man, we got everything, and it's a broad ways of people have different opinions and thoughts and processes on everything. So over here, you ain't gotta fall in line and be like, hey, I'm gonna do what they doing because it's hot. You can actually get you a sample dose of it. Watch that first episode, and if you like a couple minutes of it, then you might like the third episode. But I understand if you don't, and I ain't mad if you don't. You understand? Also, be looking out for us on iTunes coming pretty soon. We're gonna put them all up in digital form where you can ride in your car, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta click on YouTube, you ain't gotta watch on your Instagram live or your Facebook live, excuse me. You can just load it up in the car and ride out to it if there's something you wanna do, man. We working over here, man. We definitely working, man. So big up to all that, man. Let's get it in, man. Let's shake some stuff up in 2018, man. Let's keep our head down, check these goals off our list, and shake the world up, man. It's ours for the taking, man. This is the Press Box.
Yeah, it's the Pressbox, man. We about to sign off. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, this is episode 4. Shout out to Nicole for stop it back through. This is episode 4. That's my man CA.
Boom, boom,
I'm
boom.
your host, Marlene.
CA.
Sponsored, powered again by the Nigga Church, theNiggaChurch.org. Stop by there and buy something, spend a few dollars with some black people. Also go to that'smyson.com. Get that new dog food album. Get that new Dog Star Hip Hop Volume 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Spend some money, circulate some black dollars among some good black people.
Shout out to Media Block
Shout out
again,
to
man.
Media Block again. Shout out to Johnny Domino, cultural critic down there in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Domino Productions. Shout out to all the inspiration, man. People who out there inspiring, motivating, doing something every day, doing something positive, staying productive, man. All this mental, the universe is mental. Real niggas is coming back in style, man. That's why I gotta say, real nigga is coming back in style. All that shit that you get away with, you used to get away with like online and shit with the faking.
Lodging.
And you niggas going along with faking that you know ain't real just because of a fake motherfucker post up a real meme. You get 1,000 likes. That don't make that person real because they got 1,000 likes on a real post. That nigga's fraud. And so people need to just learn how to cut the fraud off and just deal with the real. And just go like that. That's the only way you're gonna be to go to the top. You can't go to the top faking, man.
Nah.
So on that note, you ready to ride, G?
Let's ride, G.
All right, y'all. Shout out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We about to get up out of here. The Media Block Pressbox, man. Episode 4 in the books, man. We'll see y'all next week. Stay tuned and uncool, like my man say, man.
Hey,
yeah, man. We about to sign off. 903 to the 713, the Pressbox.
This is the Press Box. We is
Talking shit as far as spit.
We did do that.
YouTube, cut it.